My clients are everyday business owners, not influencers, yet they're making 100 times what the average influencer makes after posting their first YouTube video. And to be honest, these videos would seem boring to most. The thumbnails aren't even polished, maybe even ugly, and they're only pulling in a few hundred views per video. By typical YouTube standards, these may even be considered bad videos. But the part that you don't see is that my clients are making tens of thousands of dollars per video, and I've made tens of millions of dollars from my videos. So how is that possible? Well, that's because YouTube is changing. Let me explain. I created this very simple bell curve to show you what I think is one of the greatest opportunities that we've ever had on YouTube. You see, I started YouTube a few years ago, and it's about 5 years ago to today's dates. And in those 5 years, I posted around 1,400 videos and amassed about 93,000 subscribers. So, I've been around the block. I know what works and what doesn't work, and I've seen all of the trends on YouTube. What worked a few years ago and what I was doing was posting these talking head videos. In all honesty, I didn't really know what I was doing. So on our bell curve, that can be seen right around here, right? Where the content quality was not that high, but it's what everybody else was doing. Now, the main way that you get ahead on any platform or on any business is by being unique, being different. And so what happens is over time, there is an increase in the content quality in order to stand out among your competition. And this is what many people call the beastification of YouTube. This is where people went from creating very simple videos like I did to these insane, highly elaborate, month-long videos that require teams of dozens of script writers, editors, content creators, et cetera, et cetera. And this has obviously worked very well for Mr. Beast, but the problem with this is that you become essentially a full-time content creator. And what Mr. Beast does, and most of these content creators, is you make most of your money from AdSense, brand deals, merchandise, or selling low-ticket products, stuff for $7 all the way up to $97. And you're doing anything for views. You're flying across the country. One of my friend's brothers got literally kidnapped in a cartel when he was going down there visiting because he was trying to get views for this video. And so they're literally slaves to the algorithm. They have to do what will get them the most views because views are what everybody else, YouTube, AdSense, brand deals, sponsorships, et cetera, are considering how valuable that channel is. And they're doing everything to be entertaining and broad, everything to get as many views as possible, so they can't get really niche into a specific area because they may miss out on some viewers. In addition with that, they're competing with everybody, right? Everybody is now creating these styles of videos on YouTube, going back to our bell chart here. And so you can see that you have this huge competition area right here where everybody's trying to be like Mr. Beast. Everyone's thinking they got to get on the platform and create these unbelievably edited videos that take months to create. And the other problem with this is you have really high production value. So because you have all this camera equipment and because you have all these team members and you have this long editing cycle and you have to buy all these props, it ends up costing you quite a bit of money every single video. I mean, I think Mr. Beast said one time in an interview that he's literally investing all of his money he made from the last video into the next video, which is amazing. He obviously knows what he's doing for him, but I'm talking about what is the opportunity here for you. The other issue with content creators is it's essentially a full-time job, right? And so like I said in the very beginning of this video, my clients are business owners. They're not full-time content creators. They're focused on building their business and they want to use content in order to make money. Well, what happens when you end up in this scenario here is that you create this content that appeals to everybody, and let's say everybody is in this black circles here, and the people that you want to appeal to, the people that could potentially pay you money, the highest quality people, well, they're these gold circles right here. And so when you're a content creator full-time, you are essentially getting 2% of the people that watch your videos that could be qualified. Now, there's some belief on the platform right now, really on all of the platforms, that, hey, you just go really wide and really, really top of funnel, and you create videos about how amazing you are and how great you are and your personal nighttime routine and what your life is like being a millionaire somewhere. And then eventually the small people will trickle down and come down and buy your stuff. But I can tell you from personal experience from my videos and my clients' videos that that's not the case. And an even more important element of this is I know the people that are doing this right now. I'm talking to people with millions of subscribers, and they're telling me that they are literally going to start transitioning to making videos just like mine that I'm doing here, these boring videos that I'm much more more niche specific. So even the most famous people you know, and maybe even the business niche, are going to start coming over and creating videos very similar to these ones here because of the exact issue that I'm talking about, because they know that the majority of their clients are 15, 18-year-old boys somewhere, and they're not people that have any real purchasing power in order to grow their business. So what do we want to do? Well, we want to become a contrepreneur. This is the opportunity that I see on YouTube right now. This is where you're making money from high ticket, high margin products or services. You're only creating videos on what drives sales. And that's because you know that one view could equal tens of thousands of dollars for your business. And you're creating content that's educational and very specific. It's very, very niche. And this isn't a full-time job. You can do this in 1 to 4 hours a week, and there's no editing and no scripting required. So going back to this same circle, when you're a contrepreneur, you're getting very, very specific with what video you're creating, and these videos are around the services or products that you provide. And so instead of only having 2% of people being qualified and becoming a client, you're having 98% of people being qualified and becoming a client. And a lot of people will say, well, wouldn't that group of people that were qualified, wouldn't they be in this original circle here if you're a content creator? The answer is no, because what happens is when you create videos that are very, very broad and generic, you're not going to even get your qualified people to click on that video in the first place. And a great example of this is Alex Ramosi, if many of you know who he is. He came out and he said that he tried the strategy that everybody talked about, which was really, really top of funnel, incredibly broad YouTube content. But the problem was when he made a video about personal training or his diet, he only got people that wanted personal training and diet. When he made a video about his relationship, he only got more videos that wanted stuff about relationships. And so that strategy doesn't work. And he is probably a great example because he's one of the largest audiences in the business niche, and he collects data just like I do. And so he was able to see the differences in when he did that very broad content versus the very business niche specific content. Another key element of that story is that Alex Ramosi said he ended up changing his content strategy when he was going to dinner with somebody, and that person was making like $5 million a year. And I think Ramosi said something along the lines, I'm paraphrasing here, but something like, why aren't you working with me? And the guy said, oh, well, you don't service me, you're servicing more beginners. And that was because all of Alex's content was around beginners. And that's even my personal experience with his content as well. I used to watch a lot of Alex Ramosi's content. And then over the years, as he created this really broad stuff, I saw like this is my diet, this is my workout routine. I hadn't watched a video of his in legitimately months, right? Because I was like, well, this isn't really that valuable to me. So when you're making these super broad, super generic, high production value videos, you're not even likely attracting who you really want to be attracting. So instead, we want to be this contrepreneur that is attracting really high quality people. And we don't even care about views, because one view could bring in somebody who is your dream client. And an example of that is this is a screenshot from a book call that we had the other day. And you can see that this person is doing $100,000 to $200,000 a month. And they're saying they're looking for our help in scaling their business, right? So this is on a scale of 1 to 4, this is a 3 for us. This is a really qualified person. And so we're able to attract with these low view videos super high quality people. And the best part is that these are very low production value videos. So here's an example of another video I did just like this, me talking with literally just a screen share, no scripting, no editing. I'm putting these videos up. This one ended up getting about 36,000 views, which was really, really great for one of my videos. And actually this led to one of the highest qualified booked call weeks that we've had in our business this entire year. So this is because I made a video that first focused on being as close to what I offer my clients. So I help build content marketing systems for my clients so they can scale their business. And so I created a video around that. And once I was able to get that, then I can focus on the other elements that are important to YouTube and play the YouTube game, like the thumbnail, the topic, the title, the hook, the intro, et cetera, et cetera. So most people do it backwards. They say, what's the thing that I get the most views? Okay, great. Then let me just create a video about that. Instead, what you want to do is you want to do the reverse, which is, what's the thing that makes me the most money? Okay, great. Now, how can I get as many views to that as possible? And that's really one of the things we help our clients with, is the packaging of the content so that they can get the views required to be making multiple 7, maybe even 8 figures a year from their incredibly simple YouTube channel. And what I do is I make these videos, and then in my description, I pretty much put the links to my products or services. And I make simple calls to action. Like right now, if you're watching this video and you want our help to create a content system for you so you can be generating dozens of qualified book calls a week on your calendar, then you can go down below and watch a training that covers exactly that. So that's an example of a call to action, and that will lead to this little video that I have right here where I break down our entire content strategy, how we're booking dozens of qualified book calls every single week on our calendar without any ad spend. And the best part about when you start implementing this strategy is that the people that come on the calls are unbelievably qualified. They know you, they like you, they trust you, and they want to buy your products or services. Just in the last quarter, right? So in quarter three, at the end of quarter three, I said, you know what? This quarter, we're going to go all in on content. I'm going to cut back our ad spend. I'm going to stop focusing so much on creating new ad creatives, and I'm going to try to master the content game. And look at the difference. Our year-to-date average close rate is about 34%. So you can see right here, 33.99%, almost exactly on the dot. And this quarter so far, we're at 57.41%. Actually, when we started this quarter, we were at a 77% close rate. Okay, these people are insanely qualified, but it's not like we're getting one qualified book call a day from these people. We're talking about dozens of qualified book calls a week from videos that I posted that same week. Okay, so it's not like I'm having to create this whole store of videos, and that's because YouTube's changing the way they do their algorithm. And it's not just me that's using this strategy. Look at anybody that you respect in the business world. You can see that they're creating YouTube channels, 7, 8, 9-figure entrepreneurs, SaaS companies, portfolio companies here are all creating YouTube channels. They're all posting content. So if they're all doing it, what do they know that you don't know? They know that this is a huge opportunity. They know that most people are still focused on this area right here when they're competing with all these other content creators. And what you can do is you can start coming back over here, and now you're different. So before, you were different by being a content creator and creating all this high-value education, high-value, high-production stuff. But now you can be different by creating these very boring, very simple, niche-specific videos like I'm making right here, and like my clients are making as well. And I want to show you a few examples of a few clients that I've worked with. So this is Ryan Dice. He's the founder of digitalmarketer.com and The Scalable Company. Honestly, one of the guys that I watched when I was really early into this game here, and he said he gave up on YouTube originally because he didn't want to be a YouTuber trapped in the weekly content hamster wheel. Thankfully, Ravi showed me a way, and I followed his system, and I'm proud to report that my YouTube subscriber count has 10x in 6 weeks, and he's also getting higher quality leads at a much lower cost than he ever did on Facebook. And he said, if you're running a coaching or consulting business, I highly recommend working with Abuvala and the Scaling with Systems team to systemize and scale your sales pipeline. So legitimately the same issue. He's a real business owner running a multiple 8, I think actually one of his companies is a 9-figure business, and he didn't have time to become a YouTuber. And that's why most people don't start. Most business owners don't start a YouTube, but I was able to talk with him and ended up working with him and showing you don't have to be a full-time content creator, and you can massively benefit from YouTube. And now obviously Ryan, he's an amazing guy and he's been in this game for a while, but I want to show you another one of my clients, Oliver here. And this is one of the first videos that he's posted using our new strategy. And it was around the same content that I'm talking about here that we know brings him leads, calls, and sales. And he was able to get 11,000 views in one of his first videos that he posted, but more specifically, he's getting sales calls coming in from those videos. And actually I had another call with him, and he's now closed 3 high-ticket deals from this one YouTube video that he posted, which was one of the first ones that he posted. So if you are a business owner, you're a coach, consultant, agency owner, online service provider, and you want to start leveraging this huge opportunity in YouTube where you don't need higher production value, you don't need a massive team, you don't need to spend 15, 20 hours a week creating content, but you know the power that YouTube has, you want to add it into your traffic system, you want to increase the quality of your sales calls, raise your prices, close more dream clients, increase your profits, and become an industry leader, then go down below and check out this brand new training I literally just released showing exactly how you can do that. And then if it makes sense, you can go below that and book a call to speak with myself or one of my team members. See you guys soon.